Yo, yo, yo. What's up, crew? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. Who do we got in here today? Mr. Grant, good to see you. Allison. Cheers and salutations. How's everybody doing? How's this horrible month been for trading? I can't remember last time I took a normal trade. A legit trade. I don't know about you guys. Oh, yeah. Absolutely horrible. I took a trade actually yesterday, but it fell apart instantly. And I was just like, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Awesome. Live streaming on TikTok and Twitch and YouTube at the same time, everybody. So, hey, what's going on, Paint? Good to see you, my friend. How are things? Get some TikTok music going here. Awesome. Hey, what's going on, Sylvia? What's going on, gang? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Thanks for showing up to New York, you guys. Appreciate it. Green on both accounts. Excellent. That is great news. That is great news. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Last time on Seth Trades NYSE, Seth took a trade on his funded. He went light, and the funded exploded. Hey, what's going on, Trading? Good to see you. Trading Lab Vix, good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Mr. Bobby Reed, sub to the channel. Welcome to the crew. Appreciate you being here. You're going to get a lot of good information through shorts and lives for being here. So, if you guys want, follow the lead of Mr. Bobby there, and you guys get notified when I go live. I go live every single day, unless I have a special reason. Like yesterday, I couldn't go live because I had to go to a training for work. But I go live every single day, 8 a.m. on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok for the stock market. And I let these candles destroy my life. Yeah. Every time I open up the charts, gold is moving sideways. Are you guys noticing that? Every single day. Yeah, it sounds good, man. Yeah, absolutely. Excellent, Bobby. Yeah, I appreciate you being here, man. Thanks for subbing to the channel. I think you subbed a while ago and the notification just came through. It's a little delayed. Light Von Line. I'll just call you Light. Welcome in. Good to see you, Light. Yeah. Good to see you, Will. How's things going? How are things going? Yeah, another December session. Yay. Yay. Trading Lab, welcome to the crew. Appreciate you being here. Sub acquired. Excellent. No, I appreciate it very much. I hope to disappoint. Wow. I hope to bring value and not disappoint. Not disappoint. I put a lot of shorts out that are snippets from my lives that basically we go on a rant or I go into some teaching advice and I want to capture it and I'll bring it to the forefront because 2.5 hour stream is hard to find little nuggets in there, so I'll try and do that for you guys. Throw them on shorts so you can see them. I got a pretty good library of shorts going right now. Looking at gold and NQ. NQ might be coming back into this range and stay in this range. It might be bouncing for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Gold is definitely ranging right now. Seems to be the personality of gold. I don't know. Maybe we should trade silver like everybody else right now. Looks like some guys caught some good silver trades. Mentally, you have accepted no setups for the whole month. Yeah, you might be onto something, Will. You might be onto something. It sucks because I got this new Combine account and it's gonna take me forever to pass it if I pass it this month. I don't know. I just don't know. I guess I can play around with it for a month and then see what happens, right? Yeah, and then at the end of the month go crazy. Yeah, silver's a little bit more aggressive, which is interesting because usually the two of them move together, at least in the real world off the charts. The prices move together, and gold has always seemed to outpace silver, like the actual metal. I don't know. It's interesting. If you guys are here on TikTok, I'm also I got the candles and the charts on YouTube. If you want to come over to YouTube, same name as my TikTok. Yeah. How's the music, guys? Is it too? I've got a loud song going right now, so if it's too overpowering, just let me know. I don't want to blast you guys out. Silver will cook everyone. You can also trade copper too. Copper is also interesting. NQ looks a bit bullish at the moment. It's been moving up since basically the end of Asia session. Music's okay? Good. Alright. And this is a loud song, so once the quieter song comes on, it'll chill a little bit. Ariel, good to see you. Appreciate you being in on the TikTok. How you doing? Good to see you. Owen's World has joined the TikTok. Yeah, so gold, really want to see gold get out of this range. Nice and clean above this level. Mark this as a resistance here. Nice and clean. Could catch a nice buy going up or a nice sell going down. Nice and clean below here too. Interestingly enough, though, this is a high time frame resistance. It is definitely a respected level on the higher time frames, so we definitely want to pay attention. If it gets up to this level, we want to pay attention and see what it does. Good to see you, Morgan. Hey, it's a extremely good evening for you because it's late. Good to see you. Appreciate it. Yeah. I was itching yesterday. I wanted to be on the stream. I wanted to hang out with you guys, but I had to drive 2.5 hours for a training, and it was good though. I learned a lot and definitely able to apply it. But it just happened to be at the time that I normally open the charts. Did you guys get anything yesterday? I think Pez streamed, right? It's kind of interesting. I woke up and I was like, Pez is streaming. All right, cool. Streaming New York. That's the first. Ariel, good to see you. Good to see you. Couldn't sleep, start scrolling, and your face popped up. Well, hopefully it's a beautiful face. I'm just joking around. I'm just being a clown. Yeah, I really wish, Ariel, I could actually show charts on here, but people are getting banned like crazy. I don't know how to not get booted from TikTok as a trader. It's so dumb. This is literally the only thing I can think of. It's just to get on screen like a freaking Zoom call, one-on-one with a weird background, and then just tell you about what's going on the real charts. You know, it's pretty weird, pretty crazy. Rick joined. What's going on, Rick? Good to see you. The doc's wife is here. Martin is here. Can you share this step-by-step of your strategy? Yeah. Hang out a little bit as we start to see some price action develop. We'll start going through it. Yeah, very late. Oh, Latvia. Oh, cool. Excellent. Hello from America, the land of the spoiled. The land of the TikTok. I don't know what I'm saying. Awesome. So anyways, gold gets out of these levels. We're going to be watching for a setup. outside of the support and outside of the resistance. That's what I'm looking for today in New York. As for NQ, it looks a bit bullish at the moment, but still pretty sideways. So, you got to look at it in ranges, right? We have a range right here. Think of it lanes on a highway, right? Here's a lane that it's currently in, and then here's a lane up here, and here's a lane down here. It just left this lane. It's in this lane. So it's either going to stay in this lane and bounce off, or it's going to move up into this lane. So we'll see. We'll see what it does. But we're definitely going to watch it. Definitely going to watch it. Do me a favor, guys, if you don't mind. If you're part of any like trading groups and you know people that are interested in trading in New York, share my stream with them if you don't mind. If they're looking for a New York stream, we'd stream this every day. Every day that I can. Every day that I can. So, yeah, share it out if you don't mind. Would appreciate that. Share it out with your other Discord group that doesn't allow links. All right, load up silver. Yeah, everybody's saying silver. We'll look at it. We'll look at it for funsies. It's doing about the same thing gold's doing. It is moving up though. Yeah, it's still very bullish. That's nice. That's nice to see. $5 per tick? I don't know. I've never traded silver. I'd have to look it up. Depends. Is it... I'm on micro silver, aren't I? I think I am. Didn't blow an account on it before? Yeah, that's good. No, don't do that, Kyle. I don't recommend that. You are after nice A++ trade? I think it'll be gold. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. We'll have to see what it does. I'm what Bitcoin's doing. I've been watching Bitcoin a little bit more. Because, oh God, it's terrible. Because if I can't get a setup in either of these two, I'm like, maybe Bitcoin has the opportunity for a setup. I don't know. I appreciate the likes, Ariel. You're the best. Thank you for doing that. Yeah. Yeah, you're awesome. Yeah, you're putting it out there. Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, that'll help the video get some attention. That's good. Yeah. Bitcoin moving sideways now. But not much different than gold, I guess. But, yeah. See, we got news. What's this news right here? Jobless claims. Red folder news at 8:30 my time, which is in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So we're going to watch candles melt. What broker do you use for funded? I use TopStep, and I also use Bullinox. If you're interested in an extremely cheap Bullinox account, they give me a special streamer code. You can see it right there, FV3NC, 91% off. I think you can get an account for about $15. It's ridiculous. I have bought so many of those accounts and just played with them, and if you pass it, excellent. You still have to pay an activation fee, but they're good accounts to learn with. But they do give me a little bit of a commission if you guys use that link, if you use that code. But if you do, it supports the channel, allows me to come here every day, and I appreciate that. Ariel, good to see you on the tubes. Dean is in as well. Good to see you, man. No, so I appreciate you guys, yeah. No, that's thanks. You dropped a few hundred likes before you came over here, so yeah, it's better over here. I wish TikTok wasn't so strict, but they are. They just, I don't know, they're stingy. They're very stingy. So, repeat the code, please. Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll throw it in the chat. What's going on, Juan? And you know what? I'll even pin it. Let's pin it. There you go. FV3NC. And I got it on screen too. I might have to let me repin that. So anyways, I've spent a lot on those accounts. Bull and Ox. They're good for learning. Oh, excellent. Nice work, Juan. Sorry for the double post here. I don't mean to do it. I'm only doing it so that I can pin it. There you go. It's pinned at the top of the chat there. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. But anyways, I mean, they only do 91% off like twice a year. So, and they're doing it for the whole month of December, which is pretty awesome. Normally they're doing like, they'll do a 75% off or a 50% off. Sometimes they'll do a 45. So getting a 91%, you can't, nobody else does an account that cheap. And I've bought plenty of them. I know I wouldn't put it on screen if I hadn't already done it before. Yeah, I've bought at least 13 accounts. Where are those accounts now? I don't know. I don't know where they go. Hey, well, it's good to see you. Good to see you, Savinith. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I saw in Daniel's stream. Yeah, I'm actually one of Daniel's mentees. I signed up for his mentorship earlier in the year, and he kicked us out of the nest. So here I am. Yeah. Oh, excellent. Excellent, Ariel. Yeah, sweet. They're fun. I like messing with them. If you're going to trade a news candle, getting a $15 account, you could pass it in one shot. So, yeah, there you go. There you go. I do not like the song, and I don't want to listen to the song. What's going on, my friend Alex, a.k.a. Puck, a.k.a. goalie, hockey guy? No, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. It sounded like the Beatles. Yeah, it was a little... Yeah, that's right. It does sound like that song, yeah. Yeah, you're right, crazy. It repeat... The reason why I skipped that one is because it repeats those, like, 3 notes for, like, 4 minutes straight, and it just starts driving me nuts. Oh, we got a lot of people in here today. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Even those who are exclamation mark lurking in the background. That's okay. You can feel free to lurk. Just want to let you know that I know you're there. No, I appreciate you. Even if you're lurking, it's all good. It's all good. I just want you to know that you're appreciated. Exclamation mark Pez in the chat. Where is that guy? Where's Pez at? Where's that dude there at? I don't see him. Oh, he's slept in 83 times. That's where he is. Now, we always razz on each other. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have a good time making fun of each other. Yep, it's good stuff. Nah, I miss streaming, guys. I miss hanging out with you. Missed hanging out. Hopefully we can catch a trade. It's just been... You guys want to see my calendar, my transparency? I like to do this as transparency. I'll show my trading calendar. There's very, very, very few traders who will show their trading calendar. I'll show you guys my losses. I'll show you a blown account. I'll show you wins. I'll show you anything, right? To me, it doesn't matter, right? I'm trying to catch the proper trades. I'm not trying to catch I don't want to be the made 50 grand in 1 month kind of guy. Now, if that happens, you probably will never hear about it because I'm not that kind of person. It doesn't benefit you for me to put something out that says I made $50,000 this month. You're going to be like, great, I can't relate to that. And I'm not dogging on anybody else. I'm just talking about myself. For myself, I can't put out content like that nobody can relate with. Because I know what it feels like to watch that video and not be able to relate with it. So I'm going to put out content and put out stuff that you guys can relate with, right? So that's, anyways, so show my trading calendar so you guys can see. Doing okay. This is a combine account. A little bit of a dip here because it's just been that rough. But it's been light. I've been going light. I decided in December, look at this crap, $8. In December, I am going light. I have to. Until this market figures itself out, I just got to go light. You're good. Yesterday, 2 losing trades. Yeah. 300 negative daily limit and automatically logged out. Yep. And you know what? That's excellent. That's a good plan, Puck. Using Project X, Martin. Yeah. Yeah. And Bullinox uses Project X for now. I don't know what they're going to do. I think that they're possibly going to switch. They might switch to Ninja Trader or something like that. I don't know. But Top Step, I think, is, if I'm not mistaken, is going to continue to use Project X. And Bullinox is, at least for the rest of December and probably January. But yeah, look, 1 to 2 trades per day. That was a good day. And then look, Monday, 1 trade. Tuesday, 2 trades. Small losses, kept them small. Finished the day red, no big deal. Yesterday I took a trade and it came back to break even, but I put my stop loss after getting about 20 ticks or so. I put my stop loss above my break even so it would cover fees. And it just so happened that I made 15 bucks, right, on the trade. But if you look, see the fees? See the pain in the ass fees that you have to remember? Fees on a qualification account, really? They all do it. But yeah, there you go. That's why it's only an $8 trade. Because of the fees. Anyways. So, this has been my month so far. I think I'm doing alright. Slowly falling off, you know, the profit, but that's all right. I have $3,000 to make in this account. I don't know how the hell I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it, man. I'm not naturally an aggressive trader, so it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I like to be transparent with you guys. Oh, you blew your active account past 2 evals this week. Interesting week for you, Dean. That's quite a story, my friend. Yeah. Well, it's all right. I mean, it is one of the worst months to trade in, I guess. Mr. Cody is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. I haven't seen you in a long time. Haven't talked to you in a long time. Hey, Seal, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, doing well. Gonna be yeah, feel free to lurk. You guys are fine. I don't mind the lurkers. You guys are fine. Just want you to know that I know you're there. No, I'm kidding. Trust me, I've been a lurker for a long time. I was a lurker in Dan's stream for an extremely long time. I'm like, who is this guy? Can I trust this guy? Is this guy legit? Then he started talking about changing his life and his faith and stuff, and I was like, all right. And then I started talking and stuff. It was good. But yeah, good to see Cody. How's I think you said you were doing some work out in the field or something the other day. I caught it just briefly, but how's that going? You're still doing, I think you said you were doing, I can't even remember. My brain is cooked. I can't remember. Pez has slept in 87 times. What's going on, Basic? Good to see you. Good to see you. Shoeing horses. That's it. I knew it had something to do with horses. I knew it. Yeah. And I think you've done that for a long time. So, you still out in Cali, or are you up in Canada yet? Yeah. Good to see you, Basic. Welcome in. Trading Lab. I see that you subbed as well. I don't know if it went off on screen. I think it did. but thank you for the sub, Trading Lab. Good to have you in here. Appreciate it. Yeah. You had to postpone your trip because I have a pre-op appointment surgery. Yeah, for your collarbone, right? Did you say you broke your collarbone, if I remember? I try to remember at least one detail about every person, so that way I can have a conversation with them. And it's challenging. It's challenging to remember everything about everybody. Appreciate the hearts. Appreciate the hearts on screen. This is a little bit of an interesting play here on NQ, but I've just been watching it. It's taken 12 minutes. So one of my rules is I don't take a trade within 5 minutes of it expiring. It took 12 minutes to move that much. Because it looks like a pretty good setup, but I guess maybe we'll get a small body closure here. Gold is having a big rejection as well. Oh, it's -10 up there. Yeah. I've been into North Dakota in the winter. Brutal. So cold. Bone loss and repair my shoulder somehow. Collarbone. Oh wow, that's insane, Cody. Man, that sounds extremely painful. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Sorry to hear that. That really sucks. You're a young guy too. That's a lot for you to go through, you know. I broke my arm when I was like 36, and it sucked. Had to have plates and screws put in my arm. I'm just gonna talk to TikTok real quick. Broke your arm, back, and leg from falling off horses? Yeah, wow. So were you the straw that broke the horse's back? Is that what happened? No, I'm kidding around. Oh, what a nice setup. What a nice setup right here. What a nice rejection. But it's just the timing. Yeah, you're not supposed to fall off. Yeah, I've only ridden a horse once in my life when I was a kid, and I barely remember it. I think it was one of those, you take a kid and you put them on a pony and they go around in a circle and then you get off and then you paid $25. I think it was one of those. It's literally like $1 per 30 seconds on a horse. Isn't it funny how trading and riding horses is so similar? Based on what you said, Morgan. Like to see this close small. I'm very bearish. I mean, bullish on NQ right now. So as much as I want to take a sell, I don't know if I can, because it could continue to move up. It also could move sideways, but we could get something like this right here. This is what NQ could be doing for a while. Looks like this was post London right here. I'm just gonna have to wait. Ariel does not sleep. She doesn't sleep. She waits. She just waits. So yeah, we can get above this level, but interestingly enough, it's got you got three rejection wicks here. And then this one's so doji, like it just doesn't know which way it wants to go. Wow, look at it. News candle. News candle. pick a direction before you lose. Pick a direction and go. Or should I do 1 micro on a news candle? I don't even know. But every time I do that, I lose. I lose during normal trading. I do, yeah. I'm not, definitely don't want to trade a news candle. Even though it's very tempting. I could take it on my dead Bullinox account. Yeah. Yeah, so I know some people are taking December off. Just like completely walking away from the charts. I think that's interesting. Anything going on Twitch? Another bot on Twitch. Need to go fix that. $25 people in the stream at the moment. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully I can provide some value and earn that like button. Or dislike button. No, don't hit the dislike button. That wouldn't be nice. I just gotta check my Twitch real quick. The chart's gonna be frozen for a second while I'm on another window. Also, streaming on Twitch if you guys are interested in checking that out. It's the same as what you see here, so if you're a gamer, then I don't know. I'm just trying it out, seeing if I can get some attention over there. Try something different. Okay. Nothing special over there. Well, news candle's nice because it helps move the market a little bit. I mean, possibly. The only reason why I didn't do it is because it's always the setups like right on the news candle. Lately, the setups have been coming in right on the news candle. If this was not a news candle, I would have taken this. Yeah, I would have taken this because of these 3 rejection wicks right here. These 3 wicks basically said gold is respecting this level as a resistance and it's reversing. But of course it had to be a news candle. Yeah, too risky. You close it with 40. Sometimes you can get a quick rat scalp, right? Get a little piece of the cake, grab the cake and run away. Nothing wrong with that. I've done that many times. Sometimes when you're like, I just need to get a trade today or else my account's going to close, and you just grab a quick scalp. Dean, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome in. You're going to buy another Top Step account, but the discount code expired. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think there's only one for Top Step at the moment. That's the thing. That's why one thing I like about Bullinox is they do have discount codes often, more than Top Step, right? I wish Top Step would do more. I really do. Because there's a lot of people want to trade their platform, but they're expensive. You know, they're right now I have their no activation fee account. $90 to get in. This is a lot. Buy an account for $90. And then they have that one-time code. It was like onward 40 or something like that. And then they don't have anything else. Man, I wish this wasn't a news candle. I would have taken that. Oh, I would have taken that. But I have a rule on the wall that says no trading during news, red folder news. If I disrespect my rules, I disrespect myself. I hear a double feed. Hang on a sec. There you go. I should have fixed it. Sorry if you guys heard a loop. I had to fix it. NQ's falling out the window. Yep. Yeah, it climbs the stairs and falls out the window. I did a short on that yesterday. Let's see. Catch up with chat here. Oh, you're heading out, Cody. Good to see you, man. I might have missed you there. Sorry, dude, if I missed you. 5:30 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty early. Yeah, thanks for being here, man. If you're still here or watching the replay, appreciate you being here, man. Good to see you. You're a bloody legend. No greed, just a little push, and that's it. Yeah, I agree with that, Martin. I've done that many times. Yeah, that is one of my rules. Yeah. And unless I'm just, you know, like sometimes Dan will trade a whatever account and just try and have some fun with it. That's different. But this account, because I bought it as a $90 no activation account, I'm looking at this account like I basically purchased a funded account. Because what's really the difference? You have to make the $3,000 to pass it, and then you pay the activation fee, and then you have to make another $3,000 before you're actually in a profit zone. That's how it is on a normal account. On this account, once I cross that 3,000 mark, it just continues. I don't have to pay for that. Then it's funded, so I don't have to pay the fees. It's basically the same thing, but the psychology of it, I'm already funded. I'm just continuing the funded journey, basically. Works great. Hey, what's going on, Sherry? Good to see you. I didn't know Apex had 90% off. That's cool. I've heard mixed reviews about Apex. Some people love it, some people don't. I never personally tried it. Yeah, taking on a challenge account there, light. Would have been nice. Looks pretty juicy. And gold has, again, a little bit of a setup here for a push, but you're pretty tight range right here. We really need gold to kind of wake up a bit and move out. It's only 100 tick range, about 150 tick range. And gold, I mean NQ's got a bigger range that it's playing in right now. Plus, this is very bullish, right? So taking a sell on a bullish trend is also against one of my rules. Yeah, NQ up the stairs. Yeah, and then see, that's good if you can catch something like down here, right? Or even down here and hold it for a little bit. Hold your partials through that. That would be good. Yeah, that would be good. All right, let's see. Do you need to pay every month a 90? Yeah, you do, unfortunately. So you got to pass it or you're going to spend another 90. That's the risk. You know, that's the risk. But if you do the math, you pay 50 for the account and then you pay another 150 to activate it. So you're $200 in on 1 month. 1 month on a normal account is all you have basically to spend that 200 or whatever. On the other account you spend 90, and if you don't pass it you spend another 90, and then you've only spent 180. So you get 2 months to pass it basically. If you do it that way, if you look at the math that way, you get 2 months to pass it to spend about the same amount. But if you can pass it in 1 month, you only spend 90 instead of spending 200 if you pass it in 1 month. I know the math's a little weird there, but that's how I've figured it out in my head. Do you need to... Oh, you already answered the question. Okay. Yeah, you like it? Okay, cool. New today. Nice. Oh, okay. Cool, Sherry. Brand new account. Or brand new Apex code. That's cool. Percent. Discount. Whatever you don't call it. Seems like NQ and other pairs have been doing better than gold. Yeah, I think I've caught more trades on NQ than gold. What's been happening to me with gold, let me see if I can get the little drawing tool out. Is hang on. All right, this is what's been happening to me on gold. So let's say we're at this resistance and we get ourselves a nice little rejection. Top wick here, a little bit of a bottom wick. This does a nice retest and then pushes and we enter. Right? You guys know this setup. What's been happening to me is that gold, I'll have my profit target maybe down here. Gold will give me about 10 ticks. 10 ticks. And then it'll come back to break even, and that's it. Move is over. This will shrink back to break even, and that's it. It either goes flat or it starts to go in the negative. And I have to decide at that point if I move my stop loss, which would be outside the range. If I move it to break even, right? If I move it to here, I don't know if I can do arrows on this thing, right? If I move it to here, it's going to knock me out. And it almost always does. Gold has been so hard to trade lately. On a clean, perfect setup, it just falls apart after about 10 to 15 ticks. I'm like, how do I adjust to this? The only way to win in that is to go really heavy, and get out in 10 ticks. That's the only way to win it. You know, what are you supposed to do? Anybody else experiencing that right now in gold? Yeah, let's see. No, don't want to invite anybody. Gold's in a channel. It will break out in a stupid way. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Martin. Top Step does not have a 25K. I wish they did. Yeah, I wish they did. I don't know about Apex. Yeah, exactly, Ariel. It comes back, it knocks you out, and then it's gone. Or it'll go flat. Like I was trading the other day on MES, and I don't know, maybe it was just because of MES, but it just went flat for like 4 hours. I'm like, I only have 2 contracts left. Come on. So I decided eventually to close it. Yeah, exactly. Martin. We have 2 Martins in here. Good to see you. First time in the chat. Appreciate you being here, man. Martin. Gold PA is the most effed up thing in the last weeks. Yeah, it's been bad. It's been really hard to trade. And well, like, you know, the hard part for me has been taking the correct setups and still losing. Like more than normal. See, NQ did what I just basically drew on screen, right? Now, it was a news candle, so I couldn't take it. But this is the setup. Somebody asked earlier, what's the setup? This is what I'm looking for. NQ did it and then stayed down there. NQ stayed down there. That's normal. Not come back to BE. That's why gold has been, I've been hesitant on gold. NQ, when you get a setup, I feel like it rewards you a little bit better than NQ. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just really tough right now. I don't know what the hell's going on. So how am I adjusting to it? I'm sizing down. And as much as I need to pass this account or want to pass this account, I'm sizing down. So that way when my setup falls apart, I don't lose much, which goes back to why you saw I had 2 days of a $50 loss. What you see on gold right now is basically what happened. This. I either broke even or I went a little bit into loss and decided to bring my stop loss in a little shorter, or I've gone extremely light, like a couple of contracts, like 3, and then it hits my stop loss, which is here, but it's light. So it's light, so I lost 50. Yeah, for sure, Dean. Haven't had a good Dan setup, yeah. Yeah. The one time you don't move SL, it comes straight for it. Every time I don't move SL, it comes straight for it. You know, and I've even given trades an extreme amount of room, like 200 ticks worth of room. And the second I clicked the button, it reversed and went the other way. I'm like, why did I click buy? The setup here says buy. The trend is bullish. It's a setup to buy. I click the button and it goes down and hits my stop loss. I should have clicked sell out of spite. NQ setup was perfect. All of those news. Question is how important it was. Sometimes we overthink and sometimes we just don't think. Yeah, good way to put it, Martin. Shibby, salam, good to see you, my friend. Welcome in. Shibby is in the house, everybody. One of my favorite dudes. Oh, excellent. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. If you guys are curious, you can click. I have this exclamation commands feature in the chat where you click on that link and it'll take you to a list of things that you can do in the chat just for fun. You can cheer somebody, you can say hi, you can make fun of Pez, you can ask it something like, what's my win rate? You know, and then it'll tell you, it'll give you a random number. 71%, I'll take that. That's pretty good. I can't remember what it is. Martin, I think, is at 99%. And he's like, I'm never doing it again. I'm keeping 99%. I think that was Martin. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, good to see you, Shibby. How's your trading going? Probably the same as us. Probably the same story, right? Probably the same story. I need to fix something on my camera real quick. You see this line going through my chest? See if I can fix that. Behind the scenes green screen. Okay. Hopefully it's a little better. Oh, 34%. Oh. Oh, Ariel. Oh. Good thing it's not real. Yeah, that's bad. Yikes. Sorry. Yeah, it's like, ah, damn it. That's funny. What's going on, Algo? Good to see you. Yeah, same story, Shibby. Same story. Same story. While you guys are doing that, you're going to get a little behind the scenes. I need to fix my green screen. So you guys are going to see my ugly green screen. So, yeah. Boom, look at that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's so ugly. All right, I just need to fix something real quick. Let's see. Okay. What's going on over here? All right, hopefully that's better. There you go. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. Full margin, 88%. Yeah, yeah. Will gold give us a trade? This is how you lose the combine. Oh, you got trolled by Stream Elements. Oh, that's bad. But hey, at least it's trying to protect you, right? It's trying to give you a good signal. It's actually not wrong. It's in these markets right now. I think that's actually, that 8 ball is actually pretty accurate. No, that's funny, man. I'm gonna do a let's do a I'll cheer you up there, Ariel, because that win rate's pretty rough. I'll give you a cheers here. For Valentine's Day, I decided to get my wife some beads for an abacus. It's the little things that count. That's funny. I don't know what an abacus is. I've never heard of that. Sia Trades, you are now part of the crew. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining up. Good to have you in. Appreciate that very much. Appreciate you being in here. Oh, it's a calculator. Okay, I guess that shows how not mathematically smart I am. But the joke makes more sense now. Hey, you didn't get a win rate of 0. That's good. Yeah. No 0 win rate. Yeah, I just added this in here. I thought it'd be fun. The only reason I added Stream Elements was so that way we could do this. Just because how boring are the charts sometimes and there's nothing to do. Yeah, we'll throw some fun chats in. Have a little bit of fun with it. Have a laugh or two, you know. Yeah. For you, Ariel, always. It's good to see you. Yeah, where's my wine? It is on the shelf. Pez was making fun of me. I only had 2 glasses last night, you know, and then it started kicking in. I was like, all right, I'm gonna switch to coffee. I switched to coffee. It was fun though. We got family in town, so we were like, let's enjoy each other's company. Yeah, it's good. It's good. 88% win rate, Morgan. Yeah. That's good. That's better than mine. Mine was like 71%. Can't beat that. I mean, I guess we could beat it, but definitely will take that. Yeah, way back in time. An abacus. Isn't it like an old ancient calculator, just literally a stick, and you can just write on the ground? Welcome in, Janet. How you doing? Welcome into TikTok. Mongol. Land Beast, Blue Collar, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah. I just need a stick. There's my calculator. See that sun, that big ball of fire in the sky? If you take this shadow and you calculate it and you double it, you get the square root of the atmosphere. I don't know. What am I talking about? What is wrong with me? I don't even know. I'm not drinking wine right now, I promise. Oh my goodness. Very bullish on NQ. Very bullish. MES. Same thing. Same story on the MES. Yeah. It's good stuff. Oh, it looks like Dan's still at the airport. Huh. Yikes. Just reading through Dan's stuff on the Discord. Hey, y'all that are in Jack's VC, tell him I said hi. Tell him I hope he can lead you all to victory, but not before me. I want to lead them to victory first. He can lead them to victory second. I'm just joking around. I don't know if anybody's gonna get anything, man. Man and woman, because it is rough in these pots. Wow, I can't even spell. Jeez. I'm supposed to say bridge. I actually like that answer. I like that answer. Sounds good, Ariel. Yeah, 3 a.m. Yeah, that you're dedicated. Definitely get some rest. Yeah, you'll be sorry. Yeah, you'll be sorry for work. I know that feeling. I know that feeling really well. But yeah, appreciate you coming in and for the likes on TikTok as well. Thank you. Good to see you. Hopefully get some rest, and maybe we can have a better market structure soon, and maybe catch something in Asia or something. But anyways, good to see you. Good. Thanks for being here. Yeah, thanks for being here. Sounds good. Peace and salutation. Yeah, see you for the next stream. Caravis, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the crew. I feel like I You might have subbed a while ago and that just now came through. I might have shouted that one already out. I'm not sure. But anyways, if you're here, welcome to the channel. Appreciate the sub coming into the crew. Let's see how we're doing on subs on YouTube. I'm curious. I don't even know. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. I think we're... Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I sure hope so, Martin. Needs ourselves a clean breakout on gold. Now that the news candle is over, we can hopefully catch something. It looks like it might reject. We really need a rejection here, a solid rejection, or a breakthrough and a closure on the other side. So it's worth watching. Gold's in an interesting spot. It's worth watching. But if we get let's see. Get something like that. Might not happen. That would be good for our to sell. It would have been nice to have a little bit of red here before it got up into this range, because it's a lot of green. You know, it would have been nice to have something small like that just to kind of create a new thing to hold it into place. Locked out from all your accounts today, just here to hang. Oh, we appreciate you being here, Dean. Yeah, it's good to hang out. Passed your Bull and Ox challenge today. Sick. Congratulations. Oh, that's sick. How long do they take to provide a funded account? If you don't hear from them in the next 12 to 24 hours, send them an email. Send them an email and say, hey, I passed the account. Just whatever you do, lock yourself out from that account. Don't trade it at all. Literally freeze your trading on that account. It sounds like you've already done that. But within 12 to 24 hours, if you don't have an email from them, reach out to their support, and then they will send you the I don't even know what it is, the invoice or whatever to they'll send you the invoice. Sorry, they'll send the invoice to activate the account. I had to think for a sec, make sure I was giving you the right information. But yeah, congrats on the pass. I'm gonna give you a proper congrats to Ali Akbar for passing his Bull and Ox, or she, I don't know, I don't want to assume, passing your Bull and Ox account. That is sick. Good stuff. Good work. I want to be good and confident when I was trading paper money. Yeah, you know, I went through that same journey, Martin. I thought nothing can stop me. Made 50K in 1 week from 100K. Yeah. Before I bought an account, I put myself through a paper trading challenge. I said I have to make $1,500. That was my target. That was my target. And it worked. You know, it worked. Yep, absolutely. Ali. 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, sometimes you'll get them quick. I know Top Step is quick. Look, here we go. Please, 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 please. Gold, give us a trade without coming back to break even and knocking us out. Now we'll see. So far, we're at about 100 tick stop loss. Yikes. But this range is about 150 ticks for this range. 150 ticks. Not bad. I mean, it's small. It's comparatively, it's small. The 1 hour is red, but it did push up. 4 hour, pretty doji on the 4 hour. It was interesting. On the 4 hour, you have these two giant wicks here. Gold might not be wanting to get above this level. Yeah. Gold is struggling to go back up. Look at all those rejection wicks on the daily candles. Hey, what's going on, Allison? How are things? I might have already said hi to you. I apologize. When you jump on stream, your brain automatically reduces 20%. So, but yeah, this is where I'm at, right? Same with you. But I'm looking at gold here on the daily. A lot of rejections here. Does not want to seem to break this level. Yeah, no stress. Well, when there's end up being like 500 people in here, I'm not going to be able to keep up. I'm going to need some mods. And then the mods can tell me, you already said hi to that person. I'm like, oh, okay. Problem will be when market will open after 25 minutes. If the break is right out before that time, then that could kill us. Yeah. Yeah, we just need to wait. But it's also good to look. We have a lot of bottom rejection wicks here and a lot of top rejection wicks here, which is basically flat. You know. So that's something to consider. Gold doesn't really want. Here's another mini level right here. So buying gold, we're gonna run into some resistance. I really want to sell gold in this range. If we're gonna sell gold, I'd like to sell gold to at least here. So, because we do have some strong resistance up here, and that could bite us. But then again, the analysis that I've been doing on gold hasn't really played out because it's just been, I don't know, been hard market to read. NQ is very bullish. It had a nice pullback, but it's way down here. So where's our entry for buy? I don't see one yet. Might just be another one of those days. I feel like I have not gotten any good trades in New York all week. Like, this is New York, right? This isn't no Sydney. This is New York. Stock exchange opens in 20 minutes. I want to ask you guys a question. For those of you guys who are interested in options, I know not everybody. I did a poll 2 days ago and only about 50% were interested. But I'm thinking about doing one stream of just options and the rest of them be futures. And I'm thinking about doing Fridays because Fridays seems to be, you know, Monday and Friday are like the losing days, right? I wanted to do Saturday, but the markets are closed on Saturday, so we can't really take real trades. Like, I want to actually show you guys how to take real trades while the market is open. Interested? Yeah. Okay. What do you think about every Friday or every other Friday? I don't know if it'd be better to do every other. I want to do every Friday is what I'm thinking, because here's basically the way it'll be set up. We'll put trades in even on practice. We'll put trades in on Friday. We'll come back the next Friday and see how they did, because they're they take longer. And then I can show you, oh, this contract right here is actually at a lower value than it was before. We can sell this and make some more money, right? We can actually come back to it later, because when it comes to options, you don't want to watch it every day. You want to watch it about once a week. So I'm thinking Fridays. We won't do futures. We'll do options. So you guys, sounds like might be fun and it'll be a different stream. The only thing is, we won't be doing futures on Friday, and I'm kind of like, I'm a little and ahhing about that, is not doing futures at all on Friday, because a lot of people are here for that. So I'm not sure yet. Like I said, I want to do Saturday, or Thursday, and the reason I chose Friday was because Friday is commonly a day people lose, right? So if you're gonna pick a day to not be on the charts, I feel like people start fading off by Friday. Start going into the weekend, they stop trading futures anyways. That's kind of my thought. Because like today is Thursday, and there's a lot of people here, and people are still eager to like finish out the week with some trades. But do me a favor, if you guys are interested in that, the way we're going to do it is through a platform called Think or Swim. I'll type it. And they have a paper trading function on Think or Swim, which is exactly the same as the market. And what we learn in the paper trading function, you can apply to a real account elsewhere. It doesn't have to be through Charles Schwab. It can be through Fidelity or whatever your country has in regards to broker. But I don't know if you can get, this is where I'd like to maybe get some data, is that if you're not in the US and you don't have a account with them, can you sign up for a free paper trading account? That's what I kind of need to know. It's an older simple platform. It takes a little bit to learn, but I can teach you guys. Looks like gold's breaking out here. See if it fakes us out. But I really like their paper money function. It's designed specifically for learning. It's similar to like MT5. In fact, I don't know if MT5, if you guys have MT5, you might be able to follow along on that. MT5, I'm not sure if you can trade options. Does anybody know? Can you trade options on MT5? Because then you guys are already good. You don't need to get something else. And I think Dean said he wanted to make a thumbnail for me, so I'm gonna have him make a options thumbnail. Awesome, good to see you, Seal. Yeah, sounds good, my friend. Thanks for being in. Appreciate you very much. Yeah, absolutely, Morgan. Yeah, I think I can teach you guys some stuff. I'm not an expert, but I feel like I've got enough data and evidence now that I have a 100% profitable strategy. 100%. I showed that on stream. So I think I can use that. I think I can use that to teach. At least show you guys how to make some passive money. And as you trade futures and you continue to build an account, then you can start doing passive. You can basically make passive money in the market. It's like I said, it's 100% profitable winning strategy. And I know that sounds a little cliche, but I have the evidence to show that every trade is a win. Basically, and it's because it's a sell. Because you're selling, no, you're not buying. By clicking the sell button, which is different than futures, you are automatically having about an 80% chance to win. And then you close your contract before it expires, so you get the rest of the 20%. Yeah. Anybody catch that 30-minute breakout on gold? No, we're waiting for better price structure. We got 29 seconds here. It could be a fake out. Just be careful. Breakout, fake out. Gearing up for NYSE, which is coming up in 15 minutes. But yeah, I'm glad to see a few people interested. I think it could catch on, especially when you see how successful it is. And if anybody wants to see the data on it being 100% that you haven't seen it before, just let me know. I know a few people, I don't want to show it too many times if too many people have already seen it. But if you want to see it, let me know. I'll show it. I'll show the evidence of like 6 months worth of data collected that shows it's 100% profitable. 100% strategy. Let's see what gold does here. It did have a breakout above this level. There's also a level right here. Right, there's a level right there. We get a proper retest. I think it's a bit overextended though. It's a lot. This always happens on gold. It's a bit overextended, but the candles are constantly, they're about the same size as the other candles, so maybe it's not too overextended. Let's see. If it might not even give us a retest here, so it won't even matter. Yeah, sounds awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just got to decide if I'm going to do a special stream on Friday or if I'm going to do a normal stream and just focus more on off of futures. Brightside, good to see you. I think this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. Welcome in. 100%. Yeah, what would be the compound interest on that? It's pretty good. Cool to see the record. Yeah, I'll show you guys. We got a little bit of time. Well, let me see. Let's watch this candle. Remind me in about 5 minutes. Let's see what this candle does here, because we might have an opportunity for a trade. I'll get it ready, and then I'll show you. And if you're wondering what strategy it is, it's basically called the wheel strategy, and it's through selling stock options. It's not my strategy. It's a pretty common strategy, but not very many people know about it. But not very many people know about how to make it 100% strategy, which is a very easy thing. You basically close your contracts before they expire. Simple. You buy them back, you sell it, and you buy it back at a quarter of what you paid for it. You sell. It's like if I were to see, how can I compare this to like the real world? It's like, all right, this is not the great arbitrage. Is funny, Troy. Good to see you, Troy. No, it's like if you were to sell your time, let's say you're a psychiatrist or something, or a doctor or something like that, right? And you were to sell an hour of your time for $100. Okay. A quarter of that is $25, and a quarter of that is 15 minutes, right? So you sell your hour. I don't know if this is a good example. But anyways, you sell your time for $100. And you're basically, the person is paying you $100 to get you for an hour. But once the 15-minute mark hits, you say, you know what? I actually got to go. I'm going to pay you $25 back so that I can buy back my own 15 minutes and I can be done. But you still keep the $75. The time is a little weird but that's kind of the concept. The concept is that you sold it at $100 and you bought it back at $25, and so you keep $75. That's the simplest way I can probably explain it. And you do that over and over and over and over and over again, and you compound your winnings over and over and over again. I might even be able to show you the calculator that I have, projecting how much I'm going to be able to make on that, and which is probably good for anybody who's interested anyways to see. In fact, I'll show you. Let's see. I will show you guys. We're waiting on this candle. It's a pretty good looking candle right now. So, I think if this flips green, we've got nice clean range. I'm going to go ahead and put an order in here on gold. How many contracts do I want to do here? You could have, yeah, digital, but I like to wait for. I don't like to buy an impulse. I like to wait for structure. I think I'm going to continue to go light. I think I'm going to go. I don't really want to lose more than $300. I don't want to lose anything, but I think I'm going to go 3 contracts. I'm going to put the order in. I'm not putting the order in yet. I'm waiting for it. If it flips, hopefully it doesn't flip and tag me in. But for now, I can always add to my position out as it goes. Nice retest. Getting ready to push. I'm alright with this. If I lose this trade, it looks pretty good. There is a lot of green, so it's not a perfect setup. It did close above this level. It even closed above that wick. So if it pushes here, then I think we're doing alright. Let's see what happens. I went light to protect my losses. I'm calculating how much I'm going to lose. My stop loss is going to go back into the range. And if it hits this and reverses, the max I'm going to lose is 300. Yeah, it's okay because I'm going to be out of this trade before the open. I'm going to be out of this trade before the open. As long as this here, I've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes before I cancel this trade. I got 7 minutes before I'm out of this trade completely, and I've got 2 minutes before I don't even take it. Still got time. A little bit of time. Not much. It's tight. It's tight. But I'm gonna go light. Might get cooked, but that's just sometimes you have to take a little bit of a risk. A little bit of a chance. And we're in. I'm going to go 100 ticks in each direction. Probably close partials 50. We are in. Don't reverse on me. All right, here's what we're going to do. If it breaks its own bottom wick, I'm going to sell 2 of the contracts. And if it hits 50 ticks, I'm going to sell 2 of the contracts for partials. Hands off trade. It's all set up. It's all hands off now. Hands off trade. I've got it set up. I'm in the trade. Had a breakout. It's going to push. Had a nice retest. If it comes down to break its own bottom wick, it will knock out 2 contracts to protect my losses. And then the full stop loss is at 100 ticks. I've calculated my stop loss first. Then, if it rockets here, it's going to hit 2 contracts at 50 ticks. It's going to sell more than 50% of my contracts. And then I'm going to move my stop loss to break even and let the last one ride. And that's how we're doing this trade right here. This is how I trade every single day, live on stream, and we actually get a setup. You want to know how to do price action? Here you go. This is it right here. Let's see what happens. What did I say about getting 10 ticks, though? We'll see. I feel like a lot of times I only get like 10 ticks, and then gold says, never mind. But look, I'm hands off right now. Hands off. And I'm watching it in ticks. I'm not watching it in dollars. Not necessarily, Martin. Based on the trade, based on the system that I'm trading, It's broken above and closed above a major resistance, which tells me, and then the fact that it retested tells me that it's got strength to continue. So not necessarily. It might not, you know, I mean, it's at this point, it's up to the market. I've done my job. I've done my analysis. I've done my calculation. And gold gave me 10 ticks and comes back down. It does this all the time. So we'll see. We'll see if it continues or if it goes flat. But I do want to be out of this trade in the next 5 minutes. And it's going to be a tight window. It's going to be a really tight window. We'll see what happens. That's why I went light, though. I went super light just to give it some room. Hopefully gold doesn't do me dirty here. But I've already accepted the loss. I'm already accepting the loss. Calculated my loss first. Even if I do lose, it's okay because this is the same setup and the same trade system that I take every single time. So over the next 1,000 trades, if I lose 200 of them, I still won 800. I'm expecting to lose, though. I'm expecting to lose because, one, I won't be upset by it. I've already expected. I've already calculated it. Two, the markets are really frustrating and difficult right now. So the chances that I'm going to lose seem to be higher, right? And I'm not making it about the money. I'm making it about the trade. The trade it's a good breakout trade. I've taken it. I've done my calculations. I've done my math. I've done my job. I can't control anything else. I can't control what the market does. The market might start to move here. I might not even really get a chance to get out before the next 3 minutes, which normally by now I would have, if it started getting close to that line, I'd start getting out of this trade. But because New York Stock Exchange is about to open and I've already calculated this loss, I have two options. I can either hold the trade, which is not really a good idea. I can close it, take a small loss, and hope to get a better entry, which is a pretty good idea. Yeah, those are my two options. The third option is if you hold it and it'll either rocket or it'll lose here. I'm leaning towards closing this trade and trying to catch a better setup and protect my account, protect my losses. But either way, I've calculated what my loss is going to be. I already know, and I've already accepted what it's going to be. But sometimes, right before the stock exchange opens, the candle will move, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping in the last 30 seconds, the candle starts to rocket, and then I can get my trade and I can get out. I think I will be getting out, though. Regardless, I'll be getting out before the stock exchange opens because it is such a volatile candle, at least on NQ. Sometimes on gold it's not, but we'll see. Ow. Yeah, there is a reason, Martin. It's based on the price action system that I trade, which we learned from Daniel Holmes. He has it all broke down if you're interested in learning the full system. I'll give you a link if you don't. You might probably already know, but just in case. So this is account management. This is risk management. I've got 30 seconds to go. I'm closing this trade in the next 27 seconds, regardless of where it is. You guys ready? This is a crazy, crazy day. Regardless of where it is, because I do not want to be in this next candle. 15 seconds, 8 ticks, 7, 8 ticks, 11 ticks. I'm out. Out. Small win, but I'm out. Because I do not know what's about to happen. Boom, stock exchange bell. Now it could rocket here, right? It's incredibly unpredictable. incredibly unpredictable. The New York Stock Exchange candle. And for me, I have to be precise, right? Like a sniper in the field, I have to be precise. I cannot be trading and playing a game of it could do one thing or the other. I don't know. No, I need to know exactly what's going to happen. I knew exactly how much I would lose. I gave it 7 minutes to rocket. It didn't rocket. It didn't do what I needed it to do. It's time for me to get out of this trade and look for a better setup. And that's proper, in my opinion. This is the way I trade. That's proper risk management, protecting your account, but also protecting your mental capital. There's a big thing in that, right? Because look at it. Right now it's pretty flat. It might go here, but whatever, I'm out, right? I got a small win. We're fine. I was okay with taking a small loss as well. So protecting the mental capital. What it's doing right now is what I was expecting it to do with 7 minutes left, and it didn't. That's okay. I can't control that, so I can only manage it at that point. Yeah, good call. Thanks, Will. But yeah, Martin, yeah, what we're basically looking for is, now that we're out of this candle, I can talk about it a little bit. Where's my drawing tool? I always forget. So you have this candle here, and for those of you guys who already know the setup, whatever. This is a rejection. It closed above that level. Maybe a little overextended, but that was a very nice retest. Look at that retest. Beautiful retest. It retested this level. And then it pushed up and went green. Sometimes you just have to click the damn button. And for me, that was me clicking the button. I closed the trade digital because the New York Stock Exchange candle opening is risky. Yes, it's green now, but it absolutely could have done the complete opposite. It was risk management, capital management, capital preservation. It could have done this and melted and just hit my stop loss and instantly lost me $300. So my rule says no trades at the New York Stock Exchange Open, right? I was before the Open. I closed it right before. Yeah, exactly, Morgan. And yeah, it's rocketing, but I had no way of knowing that was going to happen, right? News candles and New York Stock Exchange opening and opening candles of a market session are risky trades, extremely risky. I'm trading a highly profitable system. It's about 70 to 80% based on, price action and all that. Your probability and your risk will go down in a New York Stock Exchange open candle, an opening candle of Asia, New York, London, whatever, right? As well as a news candle. And I do not want to be in a trade because see what I drew on here? Look what NQ is doing. This is what I was trying to avoid. And you have to ask yourself the question, would I rather miss a win or take an extremely large loss? I'd rather miss a win. Yeah, absolutely digital. New York stock. Yep, exactly. Now we got to let price action kind of chill a little bit. Once it chills a little bit, then we can start looking for a setup again. Hey, I'm not going to complain. I caught 11 ticks. Do you know how hard it is to win in the stock market? Do you know how difficult it is to pick the correct direction without getting burned? I just got 8 to 11 ticks. Very small win, but I'm happy because let's see what it looks like on the trade calendar. Yay. A green day. That's all I want. I am trying to take the correct trades. I'm not trying to make the money. There's a big difference here. Big difference. Yeah, we caught I caught a tiny scalp on gold caliper. Good to see you, by the way. Morning. Welcome in. We were basically, gold had a breakout pre-New York Stock Exchange. I took a little bit of a risk jumping in, but I went light. And when the candle decided to come back down, it ate up most of my time on the clock. It reversed, and I closed it about 8 seconds before New York Stock Exchange opened because I did not want to be in the next candle. If your position running in losing, will you close or hold the trade? Great question, Digital. And that's why I set it up on screen. Did I? Make sure I... Don't forget, if you do the strategy, there's a button here. Sorry, I'll get to your question in a second. Can't see it. It's down here, right? There's flatten all and there's cancel all. Don't forget to cancel all. You don't want to have some rogue trade in there. I've done that before. Some rogue contract trade. Now, if I'd held this, yeah, sure, it would have worked out, but what a risk. What a risk. But anyways, I'm not trading. If you notice, I had my ticks. The way I set it up, I had my ticks. I had my close to, if it drops 50%, close to, if it rockets up 50 to 80%, I'm on a 1-to-1 trade. Appreciate it, Bright. Nah, you get out of here. No, I appreciate it. So was I trading the money? No. And this is what I do every day. I'm $26 closer to passing this account. Big deal. Right? That's nothing. Did I take the correct trade? You bet your ass I did. Did I win a trade? You bet your ass I did. Who cares about the money? The money will follow. I've learned this. I have gone to dark places to learn this. I have traded with pirates across the world to learn this strategy. Yeah, look at gold going now. Would have loved to stay in. Would have loved to take that, you know. Yeah, good. Yeah, good job, Caliper. Nice, excellent. Glad you caught a little bit of a W there. Yeah, gold is running, and sometimes it runs without you. And if you have to get used to that feeling, and you have to be neutral to it. If you can't, then you're in the wrong business. And I say that for people that are not there yet. You'll get to the point, or you need to get to the point where you need to be neutral with your wins and your losses equally. And the way I do that, there's two steps. There's two steps that I do to have a neutral mindset, a neutral emotion when it comes to wins and losses. One, I don't trade the money. I trade in ticks. I calculate ticks. I want to catch 100 ticks. I want to catch 50 ticks, right? Now I can do the math pretty quickly to see that, but I take the money, right? We're emotionally tied to money. You lose $20, you lose $100, it sucks, it ruins your day. We're emotionally tied to money. So I take that off screen, and I also hide my balance. You can't see it, I can't see it, right? I hide it. And then the second thing that I do is I calculate my losses first. I know exactly how much I'm going to lose. And that's where I put my stop loss. If you notice, I didn't even give a crap about my take profit. I didn't even care. I calculated my stop loss. I put it down 100 ticks. And the next thing that I did is I put, all right, if it breaks its own bottom wick in a losing trade, it'll close more than 50% of the contracts that I have, and my loss will be less over time. Bro, where can I see your videos about your video to learn your experience? I drop digital. I drop 2 shorts every day with something about it. Like what we just went through, I'm gonna make at least 2 to 3 shorts off of what I just did, and I'm gonna drop it on the channel. I don't have like a course or a Discord or anything like that, and the reason I can't keep up with that right now, but also I don't want to take away from the guys like Pez and Daniel. Those guys, I want them to keep being successful. I don't want to take away from that or compete with that. I'm happy being a mentor of somebody who really knows more than me and continue to learn. I've been getting out too early, so I just set a stop and take profit and walked away and helped my kids get ready for school. Came back and TP was hit. Caliper? Let me clear my throat real quick. Sorry. Caliper, I love that feeling. I love that feeling of setting your levels and walking away. And you come back and you're like, oh, pleasantly surprised. But you've already prepared mentally to lose. How to control your emotion when you close a trade and now your trade is a rocket? Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me because there will always be another setup. I will get another setup. It's like if you've learned to ride a bike and you get on that bike 700 times and you still fall off that bike, or like we were talking about horses earlier, right? If all you're doing is paying attention to the horse over there that is running or winning the race or whatever, you're going to fall off, you're going to keep falling off the horse, right? So for me, I need to practice and focus on getting on that horse. We'll just use it as an example since we were talking about horses earlier. Focus on getting on that horse the exact same time every single time. Practice, practice, practice. Repetition, repetition. Take the same trade over and over and over, regardless of the result. If I lose, I still took the same trade. If I won, I still took the same trade. I've calculated my loss. I've calculated my win. I'm okay with winning. I mean, I'm happy with losing $300. I'm happy with winning $300. Keeps it neutral. And it's tough. It takes a long time to get there, but you got to work on it actively. It's just like anything. You want to learn a new language, you got to work on it. You got to actually be active with it. Plus, going through trades and experiencing this right now, good. Bring it on. I run towards the fight, not away from the fight. Once you see this 1,000 times, it doesn't bother you anymore. Ask any doctor, ask any mortician, does it bother you when you find a dead body in a house? No, I've seen it 1,000 times. And it should bother you, right? It's pretty. The normal person would be like, oh my God, it's terrible. And it is. TikTok, don't ban me for talking about this. It's an example. TikTok likes to ban people for nothing. I'm using it as an example. Like you are used to what's the worst case scenario here? The worst case scenario is that I lose my trade. The second worst case scenario is that I miss a winning trade. Get comfortable with both of those. Get comfortable with both of those. Because if you're able to get comfortable with both of those, everything else is better than that. So everything else is good on top of that. I do this in life. Let's say you go to work, or you go to work and you have a bunch of jobs to do. When you have the most mental energy, when you have the most focus in the morning, go do the worst things on your list. Go do the hardest tasks. Go face the worst part of your day first. And then, after that, the rest of your day will be downhill. When you go to a restaurant, you always get the salad first. Who the hell wants to eat the salad first? No. I don't know, maybe somebody, right? Eat the worst thing first. Eat the thing that you don't really want to eat first. Get it out of the way. Get it done. And then when the steak hits the table, you're like, oh yeah, I earned this. I earned this, right? Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. This is the best way I can put it. Hey, what's going on, Lady Trades? First time seeing you in the chat. Yep, I am a student of Daniel. Well, I'm not anymore, I guess. I'm a mentee, I should say. I learned from Daniel Holmes, yes. And I think I put his link to his channel. Yeah, I put a link to his channel. If you scroll up a little bit, he's in there too. If you guys do go, do me a favor, just as a little appreciation. If you do sign up with Daniel, and I'm not paid to promote his stuff, I'm me. And people ask me where I learned my strategy, I tell them. But if you do sign up with Daniel, let him know that I sent you. if you don't mind. I don't have like an affiliate or anything with him or anything, but I want him to know that his students are bringing people to his courses. So that's a good thing. It's like, it's my appreciation back to him for teaching me something that will change my life, right? It's the least I can do. You see what NQ's doing right now? This is what I was trying to avoid. I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want this to happen. And it's happening. This is why I got out of that candle. Because this is what I've seen it do. Just destroy your trade. Hey, what's going on, Tim? Yeah, things are good, my friend. Things are good. How are things in your neck of the world? We caught a little trade right there, pre-New York. There is, if you guys don't know Project X, let me hide the chat real quick so I can show you guys. I was showing you something totally different, and then I spotted this setup. That's another thing too. Once let me say this last thing. I'm a little scatterbrained. Sorry, guys. When you get used to a setup and you've traded it 1,000 times and the repetition is there, you will recognize it from across the room. I was doing something totally different. I was going to show you guys, we're talking about options. I was going to show you the different strategy, all that stuff. And then I spotted gold from across the room and I was like, wait a minute, I recognize this. And that's what the repetition will give you, is that the ability to spot it from across the room. Look at that. Oh, look at that. I know I'm scatterbrained. I'll get back to it. That green line. I've had that green line sitting there for hours. Hours. And it's rejecting off of that green line. Like the stream, y'all. Please sub to the stream. Hopefully this is evidence that I might know what I'm talking about a little bit. I've had that green line there for hours. Actually, I've had it there for days. And that line there is basically a high time frame, major resistance, major rejection level. There you go. I just had to point that out because I think that's awesome. I love when that happens. Oh, I love when that happens. Love when that happens. Anyways, let me hide the chat real quick and show you. On the left side here, you may or may not know about this. Just for the newer people that don't trade Project X, right here you can click. You can go look at your short position and long position. You can favorite them. I click long position, put it on screen, and then you can move it to where you took your trade. And if you look for a 1-to-1, if you guys remember, those of you that were here, that's about where I put my stop loss and take profit. About 100 ticks on each side. I got this set up, my friend. I got this. I got this. But yeah, I closed above that level. So that was the trade there. And we got out before the New York Stock Exchange opened. Yes, it rocketed. But look at it now. Unpredictable. You cannot predict it. If you try to predict it, you're going to get burned. I know that from experience. I have plenty of burned accounts trading this right here. What we see right now. Oh, it went up. Green. Buy. Oh, it's going down. Sell. It only works out a few times and then it doesn't work out anymore. Let's get the chat back on the screen here. Lost good portion of your funded. Me too, Tim. I had a funded that it slowly chipped away every single day and I just couldn't pull it out of drawdown. Yeah. New day today. That's right, Tim. Once you get good at marking key areas, it makes it easier to hold your trade. That's true, Caliper. Yeah. And I knew that this resistance was here, so I knew it was going to reject eventually. Just didn't know when. In December, gold, very manipulating. Yeah, for sure, digital. I hope you guys learned something today. If you've never seen me trade or you've never seen a system, I hope you guys learned. If you walk away with one piece of information, just walk away with, don't trade the money, trade the trade, trade the setup, worry about the execution, calculate your stop, and your losses first. Be okay with the loss, then let it run, then let it hit your take profit or loss or whatever. Like that's what you should be doing every day, every trade. Excellent. Awesome digital. Yeah. And I trade a little bit different than Pez and Daniel. Even though I learned from Daniel, I trade a little bit different than Daniel. A little bit different from some of the other guys that you see. So I'm not trading exactly like him. I don't hold trades for a long time. Some of those guys, they'll hold trades for hours. I don't do that. I've tried it and it doesn't work for me. I have to get one bite at a time. This is how I have to trade. One bite at a time. One trade at a time, 2 trades at a time, 1 bite at a time. I'll probably not trade again the rest of today. This will probably be it. I like the fact that that box is green. I kind of want to keep it there. Slow and steady progress, because eventually this is going to be $880. Eventually this is going to be $8,000, right? So right now it's about the trades. Just do the math, right? It's about the trades. This could be 30. This trade right here on Friday says $30. That could have been a $3,000 trade. The only difference, sorry, I got to clear my throat. I'm having troubles. Hang on. Yeah, I'll take a look at that, Alex. The only difference here is the size of contracts. That's it. There's no difference. The only difference in a $3,000 day versus a $30 day is how many contracts you took, which is an easy plus 10, plus 20, right? It's all it is. But it's the trade. Is the trade good? Did you take a good trade? Who cares about the money? The money is naturally a byproduct of the trade. The execution of the trade is more important. If you execute the trade properly, the money will automatically be there. You don't even have to worry about it. Focus on the trade, and I'm going to beat the hell out of this camel or horse or whatever for the next, I don't know, eternity. Because it took me a long time to learn this, and that is execution of the trade, taking the correct trade is more important than focusing on the money. I can't say it enough. Because as soon as you start, oh, I want to make $300. Oh, I want to make $3,000. You're going to lose. But if you're taking the correct trades, over time, your profitable, your system over time will be profitable because you're taking the correct trades, right? You're taking a trade that has an 80% chance of winning. So out of the next 10 trades that you take, 8 of them, sorry, let me fix that. Over the next 1,000 trades that you take, 200 of them probably going to lose. You have to be okay with that. So anyways, my little rant there, but I wanted you guys to see that live. And interestingly with gold, I mean, it's super overextended now. Look at it, man. It's insane. What I've seen with gold here, Puck, and you may have seen this before too. It looks like this is going to set up as a type 2. But actually what is probably going to happen is it's just going to barcode or it's going to go flat. Big move, big reversal, consolidate for the next 3 hours. You know, I feel like that happens a lot. Like this. Big move up, pretty big move down. This isn't a setup here, but whatever, right? And then it's like basically barcoding. On the 30, this would be a barcode. Wherever the hell it is. I lost it. Something like this, right? Yeah, 100% consolidation incoming. Right, Morgan? Yeah. Trading is fascinating, and I'm extremely passionate about it because it's so complex, but it's simple at the same time. It's the hardest way to make easy money. You know, and that's why I say don't focus on the money. Try not to. It's very hard. It's going to take a lot of mental capital and a lot of mental energy to get to the point where you're not doing it for the money. Trust me. We're also getting ready to close the 1 hour and the 4 hour candles. So they're getting ready to close. I'm probably not going to trade this. I wanted to show you guys the other thing first because I said I was going to, and then I got distracted by this trade. Let me bring that up real quick. If I ever forget something, you guys, feel free to drop it in chat as a reminder. I'm okay with that because I do have ADHD. So, I mean, ADOS. You know what ADOS is? Attention deficit. Oh, squirrel. That's ADOS. All right, where the hell is this folder? Yeah. Oh, look, it popped up. All right, this is my 100% stock options. Yeah, NQ's melting. Yeah. It's a 100% stock options strategy. Every green bubble you see there is a win. Every single green bubble is a trade, a contract opened, and then a contract closed in profit. If you look in the middle of the screen, you'll see in 6 months, about 6 months, I was able to gain $5,000 off this strategy. This is in my IRA, so I can't touch this money. This is retirement money, but I'm still able to do it. 58% gain. I've grown the account in 6 months. I've grown the account 58%. So if you have a retirement account and you're able to trade options, or if you just want to open up a personal account and you want to trade options, I'd recommend if you're going to do a personal account, do it this way. Don't do it in futures. Let prop firms take care of the futures side of it. The risk is lower. 100% strategy, winning strategy. So anyways, this is not a flex. I just wanted to show you that as a, wow, NQ is melting. Look, it's going through the floor. Like I said, I don't show that to flex. Holy fuck. Wow. That's insane, man. How are you able to predict this? It's not even a news candle. There's no way to predict it. It's going to create clean range, though. It's going to, all this over here, it's going to mimic that. Crazy. I've allowed myself 1 to 2 trades per day, which is basically 1 trade per session. So pretty much have my New York trade done. As much as this might present a setup here, I don't know. I've just seen it too many times where gold is just sideways. What type of account do you recommend in Bullinox? I recommend a 25K account, option 1, because it's all, you only have to make $1,500 to pass. It's less pressure. And then once you cross the $1,500 or $1,600 mark, you can start pulling profits and getting payouts. And it's cheaper. You can get an account for like $15. Actually, I think you can get an account for about $13. Now, this code that I have on screen right here does not have 25K accounts for 91% off. So a 50K account is at $15. You just have to make 3,000 to pass it. There's a big rejection right here. Also, there's no top wick. There's no top wick on this candle. And your stop loss, if you're going to take a sell here, just some warnings. There's no top wick here. There's really probably not going to be a bottom wick. Also, your stop loss is going to be, if your entry is there, your stop loss is going to be 170 ticks away. potentially. Or it could be about half of that, which should be 70 or 80. So just a warning. We're 1 hour and 4 hours just closed. You really want to give it some time to breathe. The first 30 minutes of New York Stock Exchange it's crazy. Yeah, exactly, Will. I wonder if NQ is going to come all the way back up. It does that. It'll melt and then it'll come all the way back up in like one 15 to 30 minute session. I'm just going to do another quick poll. I did this already, but I want to see if it's still 50-50. I did this a couple days ago. I just want to check. Okay, I'm just asking the question. If you're interested in a stock options Friday stream, just let me know. Last time it was 50-50. I just want to check again. And that's okay. If it's 50-50, it's fine. I just want to get an idea how many people are. You don't have to vote. Even if it's a no, you don't have to vote. I just kind of want to know how many people are interested. Really, I want to know who is a yes. Wow, look at this sell. Yeah. Risky if you take it. Okay, sounds good, Digital. I think I might have enough people interested to do it. And what I just showed you with the 100% strategy, I'll teach you how to do it. You're gonna have to start on a practice account probably and learn it because it's a bit complicated, it's a bit heady. And then once you actually can start applying it with real money, you'll notice a big difference pretty quick. Unless the market, like right now, the market's really slow, the market's a little rough. It does slow down a little bit, but there was a month that I made like 1,500 in like 3 days. And then this month, it's only been about 300. So it does even out over the year, but it's still 100% winning strategy. And I know, like I said, I know that sounds cliche, but I'm gonna do it on Thinkorswim. I don't think you can do it on MT5. I'm not sure, but we're going to do it on Thinkorswim, and we're going to do it through their paper money. If you have a Charles Schwab, you can use Thinkorswim. I use Charles Schwab. You can use it on paper money, or you can use a real account, but we're going to do paper money and show you how to set it up. Where can I trade stock options? I don't know about this. Yeah, we'll get into that, Digital. If you join I'll go through all that in the Friday streams. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a trade in together. We'll put a trade in, and then we'll come back to it and see how it did a week later. Yeah, so I'm going to use Thinkorswim. I think you can just, if I'm not mistaken, you can just get a free Thinkorswim account, and you can trade paper money. Let me just double check that. I do want to show you one more thing on that stock option, so hang out for a little bit. Give me 1 sec. Okay. I got 71% yes. Okay, cool. So I'll read to you from their website. If you can trade stock options through a brokerage of any of your kind, I don't know. Let me ask one more question. Let me find out one more thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, digital. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. All right, so here's the information I've got. U.S. and non-U.S. people, if you don't live in the United States, you can still get an account. And it says for non-U.S. people, you can have a I use Charles Schwab, and they're attached to Thinkorswim. So you can access Thinkorswim. If you go onto Thinkorswim's website, you can get a test drive account, basically a paper-swim account, and it's a 30-day guest pass. So 30 days to learn the system. It's for free. You can't beat that. And then once you learn it, then you can apply it to your own brokerage, or if you end up wanting to get a Charles Schwab account and actually put money in there, it's basically a savings account. It's no different. I'm not attached to Charles Schwab or anything. It's just basically it's a bank, right? It's just a bank that you can trade through. And you can have a Charles Schwab account, and then you can do Thinkorswim, and Thinkorswim is the trading platform. Think of it like a Bullinox account and having Project X. It's the same concept. You have the account holder, and then you have the trading platform. For this one, it's Charles Schwab and Thinkorswim. Same concepts. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Let's see if I can get you a link here. Here's it's a really long, no, it's too many characters. Hang on a sec. Come on, stupid mouse. All right, that's the website there. Can't find a 25K on account, only 50K or higher, maybe a Europe thing. Right now, they might not have any 25K accounts on discount. Let me double check that, Tim. Stand by. They do have a 45% off coupon for option 1 25K accounts, but I don't know. I don't recommend it. So maybe go with a 50K. The discount is every month trading. So if you pay $15, you will continue to pay $15 every month until you pass that account. It's nice. It's nice. It's really, really cheap to learn. Very, very cheap. It's one of the cheapest ways to learn how to trade. So yeah, it's not like Top Step where you only get the discount for 1 month. Yeah, you get it every single month. Your entry fee of $15, you pay that every month until you pass it. It's great. Okay. Let me show you guys one more thing real quick. This can be a bit ridiculous, but I just want to show you. Compounding, right? The power of compounding. Sorry for the bright white screen. Okay. Can I change this? What the heck? Broke it. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec here. Okay. Let me take off the overlay. And I'm going to take off the chat so I can explain this to you. All right. What we're looking at here is compounding. Okay. I'm just using this as my calculator. 2025, age 38. This is a starting balance 10 to 20 grand. Okay. You guys saw I'm about $6,000 worth of profit at the moment on this account. So then the new account balance at the end of the year that's compounded is going to be about 26,000. Okay. 2026, next year, start with 26,000. Do the same setups and the same, wheel strategy and all that. And based on this calculation, it's going to actually is about a 45% to 50% increase per year. Call it 50%. So that means next year I'm projected to make about $12,000 doing this strategy, the 100% strategy, the stock option strategy. So I'll finish the year at 37,000. Then I'll start the next year at 37,000. See how it's compounding? This number gets bigger every year. It's still 45%, but it gets bigger every year because I'm adding to it. Average targeted retirement, most people by the age of 40 have $225,000 in their savings account, in their retirement account. You can say I'm a little behind, right? This is just one account though. I've got other stuff, but there's just one account. Okay, 2029 will cross 100,000. 2035 will cross 1 million. 2041, 10 million. You see how it's compounding? It gets a little ridiculous. By 2052, by the age I'm 65, right, I'm going to retire. Most people have about 750 to 900,000 in their account. I'm going to have 592 million. That's not going to happen. It's ridiculous. Right? I think this is a bit excessive, right? But you can see the power of compounding. Hopefully by the time I hit age 50, most people have 450,000. A couple mil would be nice. This is if you never withdraw. By the time I hit a certain age, you got to withdraw and stuff. But this is the compounding strategy, right? So far, this information right here is pretty accurate. I showed you guys this already. So I'll just keep repeating it every year. Is it take a long time? Yeah, it does. But 10 years of your life to become a millionaire? Who wouldn't do that? You know, most people don't ever see $1 million, ever. So anyways, that's what we're gonna do. Looks like I got 73% on yes, 11. Okay, I got at least 10 people interested. 10 people, yeah, that's worth it to me. Well, that's worth it to me. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Look, who told you? Barcoding. I told you. Look at this crap. Told you. Barcoding on gold. Been watching these charts long enough now to start to recognize its behavior. Awesome. What do you want to know, digital? Bullinox wise. Anything specific? All right, let's see. Great sheet. Now how to do it. Exactly, Tim. Yep, exactly. You called the NQ reversal too, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Morgan. I did. I forgot about that. Well, hopefully my credibility is shining through. Hopefully my credibility is shining through. You can take me seriously. It's funny. Awesome algo. Yeah. I wonder if I should start tomorrow. Would you guys be up to starting tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. I can get everything ready today. Coupon code for Bullinox. Yeah, it's 50%. It's not 50%. It's a 91% off coupon code for Bullinox. And you can get an account for like $15. It's a great account to learn. Great Great account to learn on. You'll be there? Sounds good. Morgan to be there. Keen, Tim, awesome. Hey, what's going on, Candace? Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, we're just talking about learning the other side of the stock market, learning how to trade options. And I was just showing everybody, if you rewind it a little bit, you can see I was just talking about how I've been able to trade 100% profitable strategy. And then as it compounds year over year, it adds another 50%. Yeah, sounds good. So if you start with a $10,000, $20,000, before you know it, it'll be 25,000, and then it'll be 30,000. Yeah, all that good stuff. The code is pinned in the chat up top here, but I'll go ahead and post it again. Check here's the code. Yeah, 500 mil. I showed that to my wife. She's like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, maybe it is. I don't know, but that's just that's what the math says. If you continue through it, you know. Yeah, it is crazy, Will. It's crazy, and that's why I've tested this basically for 6 months. For 6 months, I've tested this, and I've never taken a loss. There are some minor risks, right? If you trade a stock and it goes to zero, you would lose. But that would happen anyways, right? If the stock market crashes, then futures is going to crash, right? Jobs are going to go, like we got bigger problems if that happens, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, well, you're going to lose if you go to zero. Well, the whole world's going to lose. Join the club, you know? So it's like, okay, it's just as risky as a freaking meteor coming out of the sky and crashing into the planet. You know, but there are some minor risks to be aware of. Like you might end up getting assigned some contracts that you have to hold for a little while, but it's okay because you can turn around and make money off those contracts while you're holding them, which is perfectly fine. That's the idea. Yeah, crazy. Half of that is, yeah, I'll take half of that, Tim. I use Project X. I 100% recommend Project X. Everybody uses Project X. You guys are watching Project X right now. Man, look at that reversal. Barcoding on gold and a reversal on NQ. Can't hide from me. Here you go. Exclamation mark Seth is appropriate right now, I hope. There you go. Okay, so we'll start tomorrow then. We'll start tomorrow. Grant was working on a thumbnail, so we might have a normal thumbnail tomorrow, and then I'm gonna end up switching it. It's gonna be like right now my thumbnail is like red and purple, and I think I'm gonna switch it to like a blue and green, so visually you know it's a different stream. But I might not have that tomorrow. Tomorrow we might show up and just be like this, and then we might check in on futures a little bit here and there, but I'm gonna primarily focus it on options. Yeah. Excellent, Tim. So if you can, I know it's a short notice, 24 hours notice basically, try and get yourself a paper. Let me show you what it looks like. Try and get yourself a paper money account. It's a free account, basically. Let me show it to you guys real quick. This is what it looks like. Let me take all this stuff off screen so you can see it better. You see how it says in the corner, simulated trading? You might be able to do this through MT5 too, I'm not sure. But it gives you $125,000 to play with. It's no different than a $125,000 account in futures, right? It's kind of the same idea. It shouldn't be that hard to learn. It's just walking you through some of this stuff on screen here. Because it can look a little like, what the hell am I looking at? but you can still see charts. We'll look at stuff like Tesla. Everybody knows who Tesla is. I'll give you a little sneak peek. A little sneak peek of what you guys are going to see. Let's say I wanted to trade Tesla right now. How much money could I make if I click the button right now? We'll do one. We'll do one real quick. We'll do a quick little trade, right? I'll show you right now. Tesla. Yeah, you should be fine on that, Tim. We have $125,000 to practice with, right? It's way in the corner. The mouse, you guys see the mouse on screen? Yeah, up here, $125,000. We'll go 36 days out. Pretty good numbers right here. Do you know how much money this is? Here, we'll do this real quick. We'll do this more tomorrow, but do you think Tesla's going up or down? If you think it's going up, click. If you think it's going up, put a 1 in the chat. If you think it's going down, put a 2 in the chat. And we'll just do this real fast. 1's in the chat if you think it's going up. Okay, up. 2's in the chat if you think it's going down. Looks pretty bullish to me. Ones. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with 1. We'll say it's going up. All right. It's going up. So that means it's currently at $442 per currently at $440 per share, but we can probably say that a good support level is around 440. What are the chances it's going to come back to 440? If we think it's going up, probably pretty low, right? So we're going to go over to trade. 440. Right there. 440. We're going to sell this contract for 21.85. What does that mean? You're about to find out. Do a market trade. 440. We're just going to sell one contract. Whoa. If I click this button, what was it on screen? Oh, that's weird. You guys don't see the confirmation dialog. That's strange. There's a confirmation dialog. I'm going to click this button and immediately make what the heck? There it is. It took a second. See, it said sold. Sold a contract for $2,100. $2,100. I just made $2,100 like that. Instantly. Instantly. Yeah. If you go into monitor, filled orders, right here, $2,100. Everything is multiplied by 100. It didn't cost me anything. It's 100% profit. That is my money. I just made that money. I sold a contract for $2,100. Now you have to put up quite a bit of collateral to do this, right? This isn't going to happen unless you have a lot of money in the account. This is what you eventually get to. So I'm going to hold it for until January 16th. That's when it expires. You see that on screen? January 16th. However, I sold it for $2,100. I'll get, like I said, we'll get deeper into this. I'm going to create an opposite order. And basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, if it drops down to a quarter worth of its price, I sold it for $2,100. What's $2,100 times 4? $525. So what I'm going to say is If this contract, and it will drop to $500, this is in hundreds times 100, right? This number where it says price times 100. If it drops to $500, I'm going to buy it back and close it out. Now I have a position and a order to buy it back $500. So that means I can close it early and keep $1,500. And I just recycle this process over and over and over again. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I want to show you how much it actually was. Let me change the overlay here. I started with 125,000. Cash sweeped 127. Instant cash. Went from 125 to 127 instantly. How many times in my day I'm doing this? I'm doing this about once every 2 weeks. Once every week, I'll check in on it. Once every 2 weeks, I'm doing something with it. I'm either closing contracts or I'm opening new ones. But look, you can see we made instant 127. Now this P&L doesn't really matter because that money goes directly to my account. The second I click that button, somebody pays me $2,500 or $2,100, whatever it is, and it goes, $2,100. It goes directly to my account and it stays there until I decide to do something with it. I can let this thing ride out all the way until January 16th. There's a pretty good chance I'll keep that $2,100. But if in 2 weeks it drops down to $500, in 2 weeks I want to close that contract. I want to open up a new one and do it again. It's insane, dude. It's insane. I don't know. I know more people aren't talking about it. Okay. Just give you guys a little introduction to it. It's a little heady, right? There's a lot you can see. You're like, right? Did you only get this money when the 16th January? No, I got the money now. It's instantly added to my account. Instantly. It's called a premium. I got that money the second I clicked confirm. That money went straight in my account and it stays there. I know it's wild. You're like, how the hell is this possible? It is. Now, the catch. There's always a catch, right? What am I actually doing here? I'm putting up a certain amount of collateral. I'm putting up money. I'm basically saying I have X amount of dollars that says that contract, and we'll get into this more tomorrow, that contract is saying that if I'm wrong on the price, right? We said the price is going to go up. If the price goes down, then I'm going to buy Tesla, but I'm going to buy it at a different price than what is actually in the market. So I'm going to buy 100 shares of Tesla, okay, at that price. I still keep the premium. I still keep the $2,100. That's my bonus for selling a contract. I keep that money. Now, I put up the collateral and I bought 100 shares of Tesla. Was gonna buy 100 shares anyways, but now I have $2,100 extra. Okay, now I own 100 shares of Tesla and I don't have that capital anymore. I don't have that collateral. Okay. So now, instead of saying I have this amount of money that I'm going to put up, now I'm going to say I have 100 shares of Tesla to put up as collateral. Same concept. Does anybody want to buy my contract? And I sell another contract, and make another $1,500 to $2,100, whatever it is. And then again, I click the button, instant profit into my account, and I keep that premium, but now my shares are collateral. Now I'm saying that I'm willing to sell my shares at a specific price, and we'll get into like how to choose that price. Now I'm going to sell these contracts at this price, and if the expiration comes and I'm not able to close the contracts early, if the expiration comes, they'll get called away. So what we're talking about here is a cash secured put and a covered call. So if you look up these terms, if you guys want to study this a little bit, look up the wheel strategy for selling options. Oops. Oh my gosh, I cannot type. All right, look up a good tool. Jump into ChatGPT and ask it to explain these 3 things that I'm telling you right now. My abysmal typing here. Okay. The wheel strategy and selling options, selling a cash secured put, and a covered call. Those are the 3 things. And it's a wheel. It's a constant recycle of money. You're putting money in the market, you're pulling it back out. You're putting money in the market, you're pulling it back out. Back and forth, back and forth. This process of doing this, there's a buyer somewhere out there that is taking a bet against you, taking a gamble against you to do this. And you're like, okay, cool. Sure, I'll take the money. Sure, I'll take the money. Sure, I'll take the money. And it's a crazy process. That's why I've been able to grow at $5,800 in 6 months, and it's 100% winning strategy because I'm able to close the contracts, which is crazy. I can't even believe that you can close your own contracts, right? Normally a contract is a deal between 2 people, but I still have power over my contract. I can still close it and buy it back. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. What time tomorrow? I think I'm going to do normal time tomorrow. I need to flesh it out a little bit, right? We'll probably still keep an eye on futures in the background. If like an A+ setup shows up, we might pause the options. But I think I'm going to do same time, 8 o'clock tomorrow. I want to be consistent. I want to show up at the same time every day. And we'll go into it. It's going to take a few Fridays to really, truly understand it. In fact, what we'll do tomorrow is you guys can see that I sold that Tesla contract today. I'm going to leave it open. And we'll watch it. We'll watch it in the next few days and see what happens. We'll watch it in the next week or so. Sweet. Okay, cool. I think I'm ready to jump off the charts. I've been on the charts for a while. Thank you guys, everybody who's been here. I'm curious. How long have I been? How long have I been here? I've been streaming for 15 hours. Yeah, that's accurate. No, that's accurate. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, if you guys are interested, we'll talk about options tomorrow, and then I'll make it a regular stream. But I don't have everything set up. I'll try and get it set up today. But awesome. Thank you, Morgan. I hope you guys can learn something. Don't forget to jump in and try and get yourself, if you want to follow along, try and get yourself a paper trading platform. Yeah, sounds great, Tim. Yep. I want to make you guys some money. I'm trying to do it through futures. It's rough, though. It's rough. I struggle, but I can crush options, man. I've got options down. I've got it down. I don't want to bloat, but I've got it down better than anybody in the mentorship and in the Discord. And that's fine. Everybody's got their own unique edge. That's mine. I'm gonna go with it. So, learn from the best, Mr. Daniel Holmes, and then maybe I can contribute. So awesome. Sounds great. Algo, appreciate everybody who's here. Thank you so much for being here. Morgan, Tim. Yeah, good to have you guys here. And I'm glad that we've got a little bit of people to stick around and want to learn more and hopefully make you guys some money. It's going to take a bit to get there, but we'll do it. We'll do it together. Tim, Morgan, Algo, just going through the list. Will, if you're still here. Shibby, I know you were in for a bit. Digital, yeah, trading. If you're trading Lab VIX, if you're still in, thanks for coming in, appreciate it. Awesome, excellent. Buy or sell, yeah, it's a little different. Come to the stream it's not the same as futures. So buy and sell is different. Little bit different. When you sell a contract versus buying a contract, it's a little bit different. You're going to want to look up the definition of calls and puts. Look up the, wow, I spelled that terrible. Look up the difference between calls and puts. Awesome. All right, you guys, do your homework, and we will see you tomorrow. Excellent. Thanks for being here. Do me a favor, hit the like on the way out, if you don't mind, before you close down YouTube. Just would appreciate that. Would appreciate that very much. So thank you all for being here. Have a good one. Careful in the markets. It's crazy right now, and we'll see you tomorrow.